Facebook disabled my account last Friday, and I want to walk you through the 5 stages I went through, not only just to get my account back, but really how to continue monetizing Facebook without any access to my profile. As of right now, we're actually in the middle of our best month ever. All right, we're actually, at the time of me filming this right now, we're right a couple days away from the end of August 2022 here, and we are really right in our best month ever. And I want to show you exactly what we did to continue monetizing the Facebook presence without access to the profile, all right? And how you can still go ahead and do the same for yourself and your own business. Let's get right into it. And before we dive too deep, I want to throw something out there just to eliminate that assumption. I did not go ahead and monetize my Facebook presence without my profile through recording videos like this, right? I didn't go out there and say, hey, my stuff got disabled, my stuff got banned, blah, 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 because that is really completely irrelevant towards what we're going to talk about today, because that's not going to really help you to the point where you want to get to. So really, let's go ahead and dive right into it here and get you off and running. Okay, I told you there was 5 stages. I want to get you right into stage number 1, okay? Stage number 1 is the initial reaction stage, right? AKA freak out stage. This is when in reality, I remember when I was sitting there, I literally was looking at my phone, saw this notification pop up. It looked like the same notification as usual, except this one said something that kind of threw me off there. It said something about like, you're even locked out of your account, XYZ, right? If I can, I'll pull a screenshot and show you later. But long story short, I see that there, and I remember I was actually in the middle of recording a TikTok. I was like about to sit down and start recording it, and I saw that pop up, and I'm thinking, what the heck's going on? Let me take a closer look. And before I know it, I go into my profile, and I can't even see anything, right? I go to my profile. It's not even allowing me to go to my profile, because when I open the Facebook app itself, it's just saying, hey, your account has been disabled, and if you don't go ahead and basically it's going to get reviewed, and if it doesn't get reviewed within 30 days, it's going to be disabled for good, all right? So once again, I see that there, and I'm thinking, holy smokes, what is happening? How can I go ahead and get this thing back ASAP? What did I do to deserve this? My mind was just scrambling, right? But really, you want to make sure you keep it tame there, obviously. But in reality, I want to be real with you. This is that kind of initial stage. I would be lying to you if I didn't say this is something that is going to happen. Probably has happened to you already. Maybe you're watching this right now. You're like, shoot, I just went through this. I'm going through this. Whatever the case is here. So once again, this is that stage number 1 here, the reaction stage, aka freak out, right? The Freaky Friday stage, whatever you want to call it here. But now that we go ahead and get through this, we're aware and we want to make sure that we understand what's going on, all right? So that is stage number 1, this initial reaction stage. Okay, so then what happens from there normally is now you start to digest this information a little bit, start to settle in the reality of it all, and that's when stage 2 starts to really kick in, right? That's what we call stage 2, operational stage, all right? At this point, like I said, now you start to digest it, and now you start to slowly move past that freak out stage, and you're probably still in it a little bit, but now you start to think about what can I do to start getting out of it, right? What can I realistically do? Like now I understand this is the situation, this is where we are, this is my new reality as of right now. How do I go ahead and really make sure I'm doing the most to get myself out of this, to get me right back to where I need to be, right? And so now with operational mode, that's when for myself, I was going through, basically Facebook gave me a little notification, said, hey, you've been disabled, but click here for a little chat. And it's basically what I did. This happened to me at Friday, right around like 6 p.m. Eastern. And so really, I was lucky because it looks like Facebook's chat support closed at like 6:30. So at that point, now I went ahead, hit that chat bubble quickly. I was like, hey, what's going on? XYZ, like, I don't know what just happened, but my account's disabled. It gave me like 3 options. One was like, locked account, something and something. I was like, yeah, my account's locked. I have no idea why. Please help me. And so luckily someone got back to me actually, which I was super surprised because I'd always heard when your stuff gets locked, Facebook has a tough time. You have a tough time ever even getting in contact with Facebook. So hopefully it seems like now things are getting better at that side, honestly, there. So realistically, that's what I did, sent the message, and then someone got back to me pretty quickly. It said someone will get to you within, I think it was an hour. But like I mentioned, they got back to me pretty quickly there. And they said, hey, can you tell me what happened before this happened? I told them all I did was upload a Facebook story post, just had me and my 2 daughters with me, and it was nothing crazy, nothing outside of the norm there. So like, I don't know what's going on, I don't know what happened. so I sent that over, and then he says, hey, looks like, thanks for giving me heads up. This kind of stuff happens here. And I can see that you went ahead and did your thing. That's basically what I did right before that, was give me 2 action steps. One, you wanted me to kind of answer a text response to verify that this was the right mobile phone number, and like that pretty much just verified this to me. And then number 2, you needed me to upload a clear photo of myself that, once again, I guess they're using as verification as well. So I had already done that, and he basically told me, hey, it looks like you've already done all the necessary steps. I'm gonna go ahead and move you to the front of the line, right? So he went and did that, and then he said, let me know if you have any other questions. I was like, well, what about this? I think one of the questions I had was, how long is it going to take, right? And he said, well, at the end of the day, I can't really tell you, blah, blah, blah. Give me the runaround, right? And I think the other piece was, I'm also running Facebook ads. So I said, well, how is this going to affect my Facebook ads now? Which was weird. So I didn't find an answer until later on that. But long story short, the ads kept on running, which in reality was, it worked out for me. In all honesty, I didn't want them to turn off, but I also couldn't go into my ads manager and turn them off if I wanted to, which I thought was kind of a little weird. It's like, you guys are going to cut off my access to my profile, but still take my money. So little thing, I'm just passing on that information for you to be aware on your side there as well too. But this was the operational side here, right? This was really when that stage where I'm just thinking about what can I do? Like, what realistically and practically can I do right now to remedy the situation, even if it's for getting the ball rolling, right? So now you get to the point where you were, in reality, you're at a crossroads, right? You've got one of two choices. One, you can either stick in freak out mode and really that whole freak out operational mode and just kind of keep on hammering in like, what the heck can I do? What the heck can I do? I am so lost. I'm so screwed. Facebook is messing me up. I don't know what to do right now. I'm losing it, right? And if that's you right now, you're going to probably be in a tough spot for a long time. In reality, this is where your mindset is such a large part of being an entrepreneur in reality. Hey, so that is 2 stages in already, right? We still got 3 more, but make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, because we are here all the time dropping these gems for you. But let's keep this thing rocking, right? The other piece you want to do is stage 3, right? And stage 3 is strategize, okay? We want to make sure now at this point, we're being practical and understanding that what has happened now. So now you want to start thinking and shifting your mindset towards, what can I do to remedy the situation? And not remedy the situation as far as get my account back, remedy the situation as, I'm an online business owner. I make my money, my family eats because of the money I make online. And specifically, Facebook has been a major part. It got me going in this industry. It is still by far the #1 platform I'm using to bring an income into my business. So now I'm starting to think, all right, what can I do there to make sure that I'm not messing up the business there? Because like I said at the start of this, I was in the middle, and still technically am in the middle as I'm recording this right now, of my biggest month ever, on pace for my biggest month ever there, as we still are, right? So that's where I'm starting to think, all right, let's not lose this momentum here, right? That's where the proper mindset kicks in, where you think, you can just be, like I said, in that freak out mode, that reaction stage for so long, the operational stage for so long. At some point, you gotta think, what are we gonna do here to keep churning? Keep on making sure the business running like a well-oiled machine here, right? So fortunately for me, one of the primary ways that I go about marketing and even realistically supporting all my clientele is done through Facebook groups, right? So having a community like that was a saving grace that, if I'm being honest, I did. In reality, it's a contingency plan at the end of the day as well there. It is such a powerful play on what using Facebook to not rely solely on your profile there, because once again, this can happen, right? Whether you're happen to me on Facebook, it can happen to people get shadow banned on TikTok and accounts get deleted there. My wife had her Instagram got deleted for a bit because she didn't want to verify her age, so then they said, you're out of here, right? So now it's like, what can you do there? And in reality, that's where having my community there was really my saving grace. And then beyond that, obviously my main profile is the admin for both of those, but when you have team members, or at the very least, even a backup profile that we honestly teach a lot of our students to make there, just in case this was to happen, because there's always a chance, you never know. You don't put all your eggs in one basket. You never want that profile to break down and crash and burn there, but at the very least, don't be foolish and naive to think that there's no chance it could ever happen here, right? And so for me, fortunately, as far as my free marketing Facebook group, which has about 2,200, 2,300 people at the time of recording this, it has all of my coaches in my program. We have a couple others. My wife even she's an admin in there too, and other people on my team. They all are already admins, moderators, group experts. So now Facebook naturally defaulted one of them to be one of the group leaders there, right? And so now it's still extremely protected because one of my own is basically holding that. Same exact story for my client Facebook mastermind group. Everything stayed the same. That was the only place where actually we lost the replays. We have all the call recordings for our replays there go right inside of our actual group, and really that was the only thing that we ended up losing there because realistically the profile went away with it. And I'm not sure why it didn't happen in the free group, but I wasn't complaining. All of the marketing material, I do lives in that group every single week. All of that was still stayed. I'm not too sure what the difference was, but I was not going to complain. But that is just another huge plus we had, is because we had that contingency plan in place there. We still had 2,300 or so leads that we can still market using that group. The only difference is I couldn't use my profile. So what did I decide to do at that point, right? Realistically, what I did was I said, all right, what can I do to strategize and think about what I can do with the two very strong assets that I have at hand here, right? Number one, I kind of went ahead and I let all my clients know. Of course, we have other ways to communicate with them as well. I said, hey, by the way, like this happened. But long story short, support is staying exactly the same, because we have outlets here that go beyond just one option. And that's why we talk about building systems in your business and understanding what you need to make sure that you're ready just in case something goes wrong, right? Because you never know here, right? Zuckerberg and the Facebook world may just go nuts, right? Meta might go nuts on you, but you still need to have that contingency plan in place. So that was absolutely critical for us to make sure that we were good on that side. And then for the Facebook side, once again, what my mind was going through, this was probably more like Friday night. Usually I try not to think about business after 6 on a Friday especially, but it was just top of my mind. So I thought, what can I realistically do? I was trying to think more positive and not stay harping on the negatives there, right? And so that's what I started thinking, all right, it almost got me excited. I was like, all right, let's see what we can do here. Let's think about what game plan we can make. We still have such a strong asset here. Let's leverage the heck out of that and make sure that we're good and really strong going forward, and give us a chance to still break the barrier for that next income level we're looking to break within the business. So now, once you've got all that in order, really the fourth stage at this point is inform, right? At this point, realistically, like I said, I'm at the point where I have a team. So this is especially for you if you have a team out there or somebody that you need to keep in the loop on. Not only with, of course, letting them know that your account got disabled, right? That's probably one of the first things, like, guys, gals, I don't know what happened, but like this is what's going on. I'm in freak out mode, trying to fix it. Don't burn the boats, right? We're still here for you. But in reality, this is now when, once again, that's why the strategizing stage 3 is so critical, because now you really want to start thinking at a deeper level about what you can do to really have a solution to continue monetizing, right? Continue to not let the business crash and burn just because one little hiccup happens, right? And I say one little hiccup, and which might feel like I'm saying it lightly, but you have to understand that if you are going to be an entrepreneur for the long run, mindset hurdles are going to happen on, if not a daily occurrence, a weekly occurrence. And you have to have a way to overcome them and have a way to shift your mindset into, what can we do moving forward from here? What can we do, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G? What are these steps we're going to take from here on out that leaves us with extreme clarity and allows us to move forward like as if nothing happened, right? And that's exactly what we did there. So I basically went ahead, number 4, and informed my team that this is what's going on. We still have the group. We can still go ahead and leverage this here. Here's my ideas around what we can do to go ahead and continue monetizing it there, right? And in reality, that is now the next step there, in which, once again, that can be a variety of things for you. I'm always happy to go deeper. If you want to know exactly what I did in the comments, feel free to let me know. But make sure you have an understanding of really what it looks like as far as what you need to do and how you're going to pass that forward onto your team there, right? Well, how they can go ahead and now be an asset on top of the existing assets that you still have available at your disposal, and you want to go ahead and launch right into the future to keep things going strong in your business. And that leads us to the 5th and final stage, execute. All right, now is, once again, you've gone through the freak out reaction stage. You've now gone through the operational stage. You understand what it takes to potentially get that account back. I use the word potentially because you never know what's going to really happen, right? Nothing's guaranteed in this world. And then past that, move to the strategize phase. Inform your team as stage number 4, and now stage number 5, you execute on that new strategy, right? You've gotten everyone informed, and now you know exactly how you're gonna go ahead and move forward. And in reality, that's why, once again, for us, the Facebook group was the saving grace. So now it's like, how do we go ahead and leverage that and turn it into more sales? How do we continue monetizing that? And in reality, it's not much is changing here. We're just going ahead and plugging in little different pieces, right? The main thing that was gone was the profile. Everything else still existed. That's exactly why we have our marketing affairs and efforts show that it's more than just myself, right? So that now if stuff like this happens, it's another impromptu contingency plan, if you will, but in reality, it's to give more of my team members a bit more authority in growing out their presence within our community, which is going to allow us to expand, not only in our evergreen days and our evergreen kind of situations here as far as our day-to-day business, but especially when times like these come around there. So that is it. You have got your 5 stages there, and I hope you feel way more equipped to move forward if this happens to you in your business. You're going through, it has happened, whatever the case may be, right? So really the moral of the story there is, at the end of the day, have a community, and have a community that extends beyond just one account, right? Have that not just for a contingency plan, but in order to really give more authority to you and your business there, right? And then past that, number 2, realistically, you have to have that strong mindset and really just continue to work and develop that mindset. I see it all the time. In reality, all the tips, tactics, and strategies I can give you mean nothing if your mindset is crumbled, right? Is in shambles there. That's going to allow you to stay. Having a poor mindset is going to keep you in stages 1 and 2 for far too long, and that's the last thing we need, being in that reaction, aka freak out mode, or just staying in that operational mode where you're just trying to fix the situation, when in reality, there's only so much you can do, right? So now you want to start thinking about, what can I do to start strategizing and get to the next part of my business there. All right, so thank you for sticking to the end here. I hope you got a ton of value. If you did, like I said, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit the like button, comment if you got any questions for me or want me to go over any future topics here. Also, a great video that I have for you that would be awesome as like a little supplement to this is I did a training on really how to monetize 15 to 60 second short form videos. So for those of you out there using TikTok, Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, all of that, really how to go ahead and monetize that, and the one missing piece you may be needing, which revolves right around this community aspect here. All right, so go ahead, click up there to go ahead and watch. And as always, you are designed to become who you choose to be. We'll see you next time.